Hi, welcome to another edition of Lunch Meet, where we meet geeks over lunch. I'm Eddie Codell, coming to you from the Hat Factory in San Francisco. And today we've got a couple blokes from Oxford, England, Andy Young and David Lange from ClickUni. Welcome, guys.
Cheers.
Hi.
Yeah. All right, so you guys are in town for, what would you say, this is a sort of a funding trip or a just kind of checking out the valley and talking to potential business partners? What's the...
I think it's all of those things. Yeah, we've got some friends working in web companies out here to check out the culture. I think it's going to be different to the UK, and we're also in the process of raising a round of funding, looking to speak to people, get some advice on that. So
let's talk about ClickUni for a second. You, this is something you started while you were both at university.
Correct. Yeah.
And there was some sort of itch there that you felt needed to be scratched, or there was something there that you obviously a problem to be solved, I imagine.
Exactly, yeah, this is about solving real problems. So we're at university and there's over 400 student clubs and societies based in university. And essentially they've all got the same problems. They need to manage their membership, communicate with their members, promote events, that sort of thing.
Yep.
And we figured that we're both involved in a lot of groups and they've all got the same problems. And yeah, so we started getting to work on something to solve these things.
Okay, so would you say it's kind of a social networking platform for these groups, these society groups?
Social networking is a part of it. We're essentially providing tools for managing information. Part of that is connecting people together. So yeah, social networking through the groups.
Within it, yeah.
Very much so, yes.
Nice. Okay, so you've got groups and you've got, I think, event listings as well, and classified ads in there as well, or ways of...
We haven't looked at classified ads yet. It's something we're definitely looking at. The first part of the service is providing the tools for the managers, so people in charge, to basically save them time, solve their pains, give them easy tools to sort it.
Gotcha. So
and the second thing we do is collate all the information together that we gather into a centralized directory for individual users to find out everything that's going on, so all the events, get the latest updates, and when we come to build this bigger portal, there's other things we can put on, like classified ads and other useful features like that.
Cool. So the idea being, if you're a student who, let's say, maybe may not be in any of these clubs, but is interested to find out what the clubs are doing, or a little bit more about them, or what events they might be happening, it'd be a good destination for them.
Yeah, exactly. I think most universities, most colleges, they have at the start of the year a freshers fair, where all the clubs and societies will get together in a big hall, and you can go and check them out, sign up for their mailing list, find out about them.
Yeah.
But one of the problems that lies beyond that is that 3 weeks later, a month later, you want to join a club, you've not necessarily got a way to contact them. And so we're solving the problem of being able to access the same sort of information that you get at the Freshers' Fair, but later on throughout the school year.
I see. Kind of managing that. Interesting. And so it's set up to be very simple and allows the people, the organizers of these various clubs to essentially manage this.
Yeah, technical know-how should not be a barrier to entry of using our service.
Right. Right now, it's just something that you're doing at university, at Oxford specifically, but you're, I imagine, hoping to blow this up into something.
Very much so, yeah. So we've been running it at Oxford University over the past year. What we've figured out is that these problems apply not just to university-based clubs and societies. We've been talking specifically with a group of local charities based in Oxford, and they've all got exactly the same problems. It was kind of funny, but also kind of good for us that they came to us with a specification that they developed of, we need a tool to do all this to solve our problems. And we were like, oh right, that's exactly what we're planning. So it's not just the university scene. So now we're looking to spin it out, take it to more places, initially take it to universities because that's the market we know. But beyond that, there's a whole wide world out there full of a whole bunch of groups, sports clubs, charities, non-profits, various organisations.
Right.
Yeah, so you've got a lot of networks that exist around the world, university networks, corporate networks, regional networks, and essentially they'd function in a similar way to what we're already doing at Oxford, where people want to
find
out.
Why wouldn't somebody just start a network on Facebook and try to accomplish some of the same things?
Facebook's very much about social networking within your friendship groups. It provides you with a lot of tools for communicating with other people you know. You add them as a friend and then you can interact with them in various ways.
Right.
They have tools for event promotion and for groups. But what you'll find on Facebook is this is very much sort of individual events. So the events listed on there are things like parties, get-togethers, people promoting, individual face things. You'll find that there are people use it to advertise. If someone's organising an event as part of a group that they're a member of, they will most definitely use Facebook to promote it. But there's a really high signal to noise ratio between sort of events that are open to all or applicable to a wide range of people because they're an officially organised event, and events that are just some guy's birthday party that you've never heard of and you're just not interested in. The same with groups. The groups functionality, there's groups for grouping people together, but it's a lot of the group use on Facebook is very much for just bringing people together around a common issue. So it's more of making a statement. It's not really functionality for offline groups that exist in the real world to get together to either play sports or whatever.
Yeah, so essentially we'll have similar content, but it's very focused around clubs and societies as opposed to having all the things that Facebook would have.
Right. What's the user base like now?
Out of Oxford, so that's where we've been over the past year. There's 10,000 undergraduates. We've had 1,500 registered users, which we think is really cool because you don't have to register to use the site to find out what's going on.
Yep.
So we've had, about 4,000 or 5,000 people come a month to find out about things that are going on. And the people that are registered are the people that are actually uploading content. So we've got, out of the 400 societies there, we've got profiles for all of them, and a very good proportion are regularly keeping the site up to date with everything that's going on. So now it's a case of getting it right at Oxford, get it right at another few places, and just grow it. Yeah, it's an exciting time for us.
Yeah.
It's about doing our first time entrepreneurship, trying to build a company around this. We started out solving problems for ourselves and our friends, people around us. And now it's a case of, how do you actually build a company around this? How do we really take it serious, take it further, and do something big here?
Yeah.
And where do you guys have, do you have background in entrepreneurship, or is your time at Oxford?
Well, so personally, I've been doing a few different things career-wise while at Oxford. I've done courses and internships at McKinsey, JP Morgan, Lehman Brothers, and I've had some offers in investment banking where obviously they pay lots of money.
Right.
But and I've enjoyed the work that I've done there, but I'm really passionate about doing this, and so I've said no to them for now, and I'm going to be we are working full time now.
Turning down the big bucks to work in the
and make
shop.
bigger bucks.
Very cool. Well, best of luck to you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So can we take a look at the demo?